Hello and welcome. I don't usually do intros to my videos, but I didn't feel like I could publish this one without one, just explaining what was happening. So in the video you're about to see, I head out for a night out in the hills of the Highlands, just after recovering from a pretty bad illness, and it kind of turns out that I just shouldn't have been out there. The first half of the day went fairly well, but the fever brain just took over halfway through and I made some pretty bad decisions. After editing, you know, I can see myself having to do multiple takes, which I never do, just for really basic sentences, you know, really struggling to get my words out. You know, I'm fumbling, I'm using really sharp tools, not paying attention to what I'm doing, and you know, looking back with a clear head, it's clear to me now that I really shouldn't have been out there. I ended up having quite a sketchy exit from the hill, in half dark, when I really shouldn't have been. But I'll let you watch the footage and I'll chime in every now and then. I hope you enjoy it. I hadn't actually planned on being out today. I had to cancel my plans for the weekend because I caught some new hybrid between Ebola and the Black Plague earlier in the week, and it just absolutely floored me for days. I was just in bed, feverish, so I started feeling just about human again yesterday, so I decided the best thing to do would be to fling myself up a mountain and sleep under a poncho, because that's good for recovery. Now, I started feeling a bit better yesterday and really wanted to get some sunlight on my skin. It's the first few days of spring. It's a full moon tonight. The weather's not supposed to be too bad, it's supposed to get cold. There's still snow on the tops. So I'm just going to get up a good few hundred metres, find somewhere with a nice view and a water source, and I'll set my poncho up, cook some nice food, get some nutrients and vitamins into myself, and then I'm going to make this staff that I cut on my last video into a guitar, which should be fun. Beautiful day. Well, here's home. I tried setting up as a plough point like I often do, but without more sticks available, it's a bit annoying. So I've just set it up as a bivvy bag. Say a bivvy bag, just sort of folded in half. But it's supposed to get cold tonight, but it's not supposed to rain until the morning, so as long as I get up early enough, should be fine, and it'll be a nice view. As I say, it's a full moon tonight, so be able to see it from my bed. I've just got my camp mat self-inflating in there. I've got somewhere soft to sit then and dry, because everywhere's soaking at the moment. But yeah, looking good. One of my big gripes going on these camps where you're hiking a long way in is just not being able to take instruments. Even with something lightweight, you know, a travel guitar or even a ukulele, they either break easily or they're still big and they still weigh stuff. So to solve that, I'm going to turn this into a 3-string slide guitar that I can just string up anytime I'm out, still use as a staff, still use as support for my shelter. So it serves more than one purpose. I did used to make like cigar box guitars and stuff years and years ago in another life, like little ukuleles and whatnot, just out of crap that was lying around basically. It was really good fun, I enjoyed it. I've never made a walking stick one before, but the principles are all the same, so I think it'll be fine. So I'm just gonna tidy it up, get the remaining bark off it, and then I've got to drill some holes for the tuning pegs, the machine heads. I've got some deer antler that I'll cut a saddle and a nut from, which are just the names for the 2 bits at the end that the strings go over. Drill some holes, and hopefully that'll end up with a vaguely playable guitar. Let's see how it goes. Should be nice around the campfire. It's a walking stick and it's a guitar. I've had to make the decision not to stay the night. I feel like death. I'd noticed myself making mistakes all day, barely being able to string a sentence together. I felt alright this morning, but I think it was a bit much to ask of myself. And, you know, I didn't want to be making any more mistakes and risking myself while I was out here. It's been lovely to be out in the hills, but I think it's a bit daft staying the night, especially since it keeps raining and only in a bivvy bag. It wasn't the best laid out of plans, this. I'll do a demo of this before I publish this video, if I publish it. But yeah, the sun's gonna go down in about an hour. It's a full moon tonight, so there's plenty of light to see to get back by, but I need to get back onto level ground before it gets dark, really. Yeah, I need to take it easy as well. Not feeling my best. Whew. Quite sad to be leaving. It's such a gorgeous evening. It's just absolutely stunning. So still now as well. But it's important to trust your gut when you're out on your own. And mine was definitely telling me that it was the wrong decision to stay. You know, don't want to end up in a really bad situation just because you've stayed out of some misguided sense of pride or something. It's a shame. I imagine it's going to be a beautiful night and a beautiful morning. Golden hour is just hitting now, and just the snow-capped peaks all just lighting up rosy gold. It's absolutely incredible from up here. But it wasn't to be. It's the right choice to go. So I can see here my brain just working really slowly. My decision making processes are just way out of whack. You know, I left it far too late to be leaving. I should have made that choice much earlier, and at this stage really what I should have done is just stayed put. You know, I was set up, I would have been fine staying the night. I just decided I didn't want to. But at that point it was getting dark, and you know, things only got worse from there. Just fell on my arse and got absolutely soaking. It's on like a big sheet of muddy grass, and then I got annoyed and tried to take a shortcut that I probably knew was a bad idea, and fortunately there was a deer trail that showed me that there was actually a way down there, but I ended up having to backtrack quite a way. Also left it too late to be coming down this hill. That was a bit silly. I've made some pretty bad choices. Just goes to show just what a cloudy head can do. I think this was scuppered from the start. I've been making mistakes all day. That should be the worst of it over now. Definitely the worst of the steep stuff anyway. But coming down the cliff sides there was pretty sketchy, especially with the backs of my trousers. They're just sticking to my legs because they're so wet after falling over. Getting through it. Getting through it. So my priorities are just way out of whack here. I'm still stopping to get the camera out and take bits of footage, still thinking about the video, which is just daft. I really shouldn't have been doing that, and my mind was wandering, and I ended up falling over again, and this time it wasn't on mud, and I gave myself a really good whack on the shin, cut it open. I've still got it's still there now, a month later it is, and that left me limping for the last mile and a half, and you know I was already feeling really rough, and it was getting pretty dark at this point, so that could have been a lot worse. Only about an hour's walk away now, and once I get down this little bit, it's it's all on the flat. It's boggy, that should be fine. But yeah, been a bit daft today. So I got back safe in the end. Got a warm drink in me, and got into my bed, and I had a lot of time to reflect on just how silly I'd been. But I think what it was I hadn't really given due respect to just how that fever brain can affect decision making processes. You know, it's like early stage hypothermia. You know, fumbling with my words, stumbling, all of these things are like hypothermia, like hyperglycemia, and I don't think I'd ever really taken that into account. Usually I just don't go out when I'm ill, but it's certainly given me a lot to think about, and a bit more of a respect to just how these things can affect your mental state. But yeah, it all turned out fine. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I promise to be more on the ball on the next one, which I'm actually filming now. I'm out on a canoe trip, which is really good. If you want to see that, you know, do like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.